Hey guys, this is Nate Kuntz reporting live from beautiful Niagara Falls, New York. We're going to be taking some interviews, talking to people about the effects that the pandemic has had on students in Western New York. Stay tuned.
So I'm actually from Long Island, but it's been really annoying and it's just really bad because I haven't been able to hang out with my friends.
You kind of miss out on that opportunity to meet people from your opposite school or maybe a different part of your town, and that can lead you to just kind of being separate with those kids that you grew up with and not meeting other kids from different towns. So I think that could be a big part of it.
Yeah. That's a huge thing. So many opportunities to bond with students and really create great relationships on field trips and through the everyday of regular classes. It's really a travesty.
When comparing it back to when I was in school, it's a joke. This Zoom stuff is a joke.
Toilet paper at one point was hard to get. So it's just really detrimental to a lot of families and your friends and everything.
I'm here, beautiful Niagara Falls, New York, and I just wanted to know your thoughts on this event coming up. We have Better Together, and what you're most excited for.
Yeah, being with friends. So sports, I know some of my friends also are missing sports, but yeah, that's mostly what a lot of people are missing out on.
Yeah. I mean, human foosball was definitely one of the biggest sports that people were missing out on.
Kind of look into themselves and figure out who they want to be and what they want to do.
So, I mean, one of the big things is
Jonathan Drake.
Us in Canada, we're better together.
Hang in there, the time will come, we will be together again.
There you go. People are better together. Thank you so much, and we're signing off from Niagara Falls.
So don't forget, He is Lord of all. There is a King of glory, there is a God who saves, one who is strong and mighty, freedom is in His name. Open the gates of heaven, lift up a shout of praise. There is a lion roaring, Jesus the King of glory. So lift your eyes, stand in awe. There is one, only one, where my help comes from. There is a King of glory, there is a God who saves, one who is strong and mighty, freedom is in His name. Open the gates of heaven, lift up a shout of praise. There is a lion roaring, Jesus the King of glory.
What is going on, virtual SHiNE? I'm glad to see you here today, and I'm glad to be spitting a quick message. It's going to be more of a devotional today. I'm just going to read some scripture and then talk about a few things that will apply to the scripture. It's a long passage, so I want to keep you guys short. Also, I want to leave it short so you guys have time to go sign up for Better Together, because I need to see you there. But before I end it, I'm gonna just read 1 Peter 4, 1 through 10, which is, the series Forged Through Fire that we're in is all about 1 Peter. If you got nothing better to do, I would love it if you took some time out of your week this week to read out of 1 Peter. It's a great book that I think gets overlooked a lot, and this book has a ton to say, and this passage especially does. So in 1 Peter 4, 1 through 10, it says, "Therefore, since Christ suffered in His body, arm yourselves also with the same attitude, because whoever suffers in the body is done with sin. As a result, they do not have the rest of their earthly lives for evil human desires, but rather the will of God. For you have spent enough time in past doing what pagans choose to, living in habitual lust, drunkenness, carousing, and detestable idolatry. Sorry, my eyes are watering up for some reason. They're surprised that you do not join them in their reckless, wild living, and they heap abuse on you. But they will have to give account to him who is ready to judge the living and the dead. For this is the reason the gospel was preached, even to those who are now dead, so they have a regard to the Spirit. The end of all things is near. Therefore, be alert and of sober mind, so that you may pray. Above all, love each other deeply, because love covers a multitude of sins. Over hospitality to one another without grumbling. Each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in various forms. Man, that's a dense passage. I would love it if you guys went through and read that over again. But yeah, I really just want to talk about this general idea of us being born and bound to sin. And so us being born to the earth because of what Adam did, we are bound to sin and we are born into sin. But we don't exactly have to live in sin because of what Jesus did on the cross for us. So we make a choice because of the suffering that Jesus went through for our lives. And so every day we make a choice to live in sin or not. And so this passage really here, I believe, is saying that we need to have an understanding of this, and we can't let this idea of sin stop us from serving. You know, we're called to serve, and this is the suffering that Jesus went through for us. And so because of that suffering and because of the resurrection, we can't let sin stop us from serving. So whatever that looks like, you know, we have a ton of opportunities at the chapel that you can jump into. You could help out at King's World. You could look into your community for ways to serve. You could even just serve people, like it says in these verses, by loving. You know, loving people is the greatest way that we can serve. So yeah, that's really all I got for us today, because I wanted to give you some. I wanted to end a little bit early, so you guys have some time to go register for Better Together, because registration closes today. And I need to see you there. It's going to be intense. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be awesome. So I hope to see you there.